Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Thursday. Thank you for joining me, whether it's just right this minute or whenever you get a chance to watch. I was thinking about some things that families could do together with one another during this time. Besides e-learning, we need something different to do. So one of the things that I found really helpful is I find that it's easier to talk sometimes if my hands are doing something. So I started thinking about what we might have at home and what we could use to do challenges for one another. I'm a big fan of like STEM challenge. So I wanted to suggest for families, this was my idea for last night's Rooted, and I wanted to share it with you today. I suggested that families get some Legos. And I would start the time together by sharing something that I think families should share with each other, which are stories. One of the stories, the story I would like you to share today is, could you tell your child how their name was chosen for them? And if you know the story of why your name was chosen. For me, I know that I was named after one of my mom's friends, and she loved the name. My mom's friend was named Patricia, and my mom loved the name Trisha, but not Patty, so she decided to name me just Trisha. She didn't want me to change my name into Patty. So my name came from my mom's good friend. Then for my kids, for my son, my oldest son, we didn't know if we were going to have a boy or a girl, and so it was a surprise. And my favorite name has always been Jake, and I love the story of Jacob in the Bible. So we decided to name him Jacob. And as we were thinking of a middle name to go with it, I was like, Jacob Ryan, that sounds really good. And I started thinking about it, and about a couple weeks before we had this baby, I'm like, why does that sound so familiar? Well, it was from my favorite movie as a kid, 16 Candles, and the main character's name is Jake Ryan. So I happen to love that movie, and so there you go. That's I love the story of Jacob in the Bible because he goes through such transformation and wrestles with God. Isn't perfect, but the reason I convinced my husband that Jacob was a great name is because Jacob makes a fantastic stew to feed his father, and that's when he tricks his father into receiving the blessing. But I said, but look, he makes a great stew. So anyway, so, tell the stories to your kids. Telling stories with one another is such a great gift. My youngest, Alec, likes me to tell him a story every night before he goes to sleep. So then tell them that story, and then tell them the story of their name. And then you can ask, what are some names for Jesus? And see what you guys can come up with, how long your list could be. It could be Messiah, it could be Son of God, it could be Prince of Peace, it could be Good Shepherd. And then the challenge is, can you find a way to express a name that you came up with out of Legos? So this is the one I did. I know it's backwards. I did Jesus out of Legos. If you have younger ones that can't spell, it could be a way to work on making a shape of a letter. But what if you can make a symbol of something for Jesus? Just a cross out of Legos. Or what else can you make that would show who Jesus is or is to you? So that would be my challenge for this week. I really kind of like the idea of working with Legos. So we are doing Wednesday night at Rooted. We're going to see if that's still a good time for people to meet. But for Rooted, it will be some sort of family activity like this that we can work on together on a Zoom call and share with each other what we create out of Legos. Whoops, help if I put it up the right way. And then what I'd like to do in the next couple of weeks is continue working with Legos and we'll do another Bible story and see if we can build something that tells that story. Many of you have seen the Lego Bible that we have at church, and I just thought maybe this would be a fun way to kind of interact with each other as families and as a faith community, something we can all do together. Legos are timeless. I know we've been building a lot of Legos. I hope you guys are getting the chance to do something like that too, fun as a family. So I hope you have a great week, and I will look forward to seeing you again on Zoom, hopefully, for doing some projects together as a family through the Rooted group. So May God bless this day and bless us all. Take care.